Hello, beautiful people. How are you feeling today? Are you feeling amazing? Are you feeling good? Or are you excited to learn something new? Well, I am Tarun Makhija, the founder and CEO at Tarun Speaks, which is a corporate training and digital marketing consultation company. And we are on a mission of educating, elevating, and empowering 1 million individuals by December 1st, 2025. And today we are here to learn everything about how to kickstart a business from scratch, how to make it sustainable, successful, and profitable. The first thing that I want to talk about over here is identification of a problem. Now, there are multiple problems that all businesses are solving today, right? Well, each time you're wanting to start a business, think about a problem you can solve. What is the problem that you can solve? Is it a new problem? Is it an old problem? If it's a new problem, you got to come up with a new innovative solution. If it's an old problem, you got to come up with a new innovative solution. Example, you have to take water from point A to point B. How do you do it? In older days, you used to do it in a matka or in an earthen pot or in a bottle, mud bottle. Not durable, not sustainable, not easy to carry. You got better water bottles. Then you got water bottles with insulation, hot and cold water for 24 hours. Then you got water bottles today which Shah Rukh Khan uses, a 39,000 rupees bottle, which shows you temperature, gives you reminders of drinking water and whatnot. Problem is the same. Solutions are different. Price points are different. Target audience is different. Are you getting my point? Yes or yes? I'm sure it is yes. The first thing that we were discussing is how to solve a problem or how to find a problem that you can solve. Think around what all problems have you been facing? Have they been already solved? Can you solve them? Can you solve them innovatively? You decide. After you've zeroed down a problem, you've got to conduct market research. Without market research, do not jump the gun and do not enter a startup. Because when you don't know anything about the market, when you don't know anything about what is happening in your industry, whether it's water bottles, right from Evocus to Bisleri to Aquafina, everything sells. But today, if you go to ask for a water bottle, you get Bisleri. So one point is what? Conduct market research, which is going to tell you what is the product's requirement. Is the product even required? Is the product a market fit? Is the product a market miss? How will you do it? Understand and analyze what is the market size, what is the industry like, how does it function, what is the profit margin, how successful can your next 3 projections of 3 years be, or 5 years be, because things on paper don't always come true in your Excel sheets. So you have to make sure that you research by actually interviewing people, actual people. Second, make a Google form and ask questions where you understand your TG, your target group or your target audience better. How? By asking them the relevant questions. Number 1, what's their name, age, gender, email IDs, what is it they're interested in, what are their behaviors, what sort of phone do they use, do they shop a lot, do they don't shop at all, are they frequent international flyers or frequent buyers, or what car do they use. All of these things are going to help you in your Google form survey. Another thing that you can do is add another point which asks them how much would they spend on a specific item. It can be a suit, can be a shoe, can be anything and everything. Reason being, you need to know your audience's income level and capacity to pay as well. Once you've identified this, you gotta infer and draw a lot of inference from the data that you've gathered from people by one-to-one interviews, surveys, and third thing, focus groups or group interviews, in which you get a group giving you a proper feedback. As a matter of fact, Domino's in the US changed its pizza, its sauce, its topping, everything because of focus groups and market research. People used to say that their pizzas are tasting like cardboard. Can you imagine? Domino's pizzas getting that kind of review. They had to change everything because in life, only one thing is constant, change. So please don't fear away from change in a startup because you have to change yourself, your ideas, your services, your products every now and then. If you do not innovate, you become Nokia. As simple as that. I don't have a better example to give you. All right, let's move on to the next topic. Finally, I'm going to teach you how to create a business plan. Business plans are usually documented for about like 30 pages, 10 pages, 50, 100. If you're going to an investor and pitching, do they have the time? सुमित, डू दैव द टाइम? नो, राइट? सो व्हाट विल वी डू? हम उसको पूरा सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक पेज में बना के दिखाएंगे आपको. वन पेजर बिजनेस मॉडल. इट्स कॉल्ड द LCM और द लीन कैनवस मॉडल. लीन कैनवस मॉडल क्या होता है सुमित, पता है आपको? रोहित, आपको पता है? सुमित, रोहित, शिवांगी, नहीं? हाँ हाँ, ओके ओके, एब्सोल्युटली राइट. इट इज अ सिंगल पेजर प्लान ऑफ बिजनेस. किसी को भी मालूम पड़ना चाहिए कि आपके बिजनेस क्या प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर रहा है, सॉल्यूशन क्या है, यूएसपीज क्या है, सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ, इन वन सिंगल पेज. नो इन्वेस्टर, nobody in this world, not even you, not even me, have the time to go through 50-page business plans today. They were a thing of 1990s or maybe 1980s. We want you to understand one thing. Lean canvas model is going to take your business from zero to hero. No, you are going to take it from zero to hero, Sumit. But Lean canvas model is going to give you clarity. Right? All right, let's see the Lean canvas model. So in the Lean canvas model, you see there are 9 fields or 9 sections that we need to fill. Number 1 will be problem, because without a problem, you cannot start a business, or you can make it a business of a luxury item, like a premium phone or a premium thing, right? Okay. So what problem can you solve is the first point. The second point is very, very, very interesting. The second point is all about you understanding the solution. No. Market, target audience. आप बताओ राहुल, क्या होना चाहिए? राहुल बोल रहा है सॉल्यूशन होना चाहिए. नहीं. सेकंड इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट आपका होना चाहिए कस्टमर सेगमेंट. कस्टमर के सेगमेंट्स बनाने पड़ेंगे आपको, बिकॉज मार्केट सेगमेंटेशन और कस्टमर सेगमेंटेशन बहुत जरूरी है. बिकॉज आप हर इंसान को पार्ले जी नहीं बेच सकते. किसी को मिलानो चाहिए, किसी को ओरियो चाहिए, किसी को कोई और बिस्किट चाहिए. सबका प्राइस पॉइंट अलग, सबका टारगेट ऑडियंस अलग. किसी इंसान को शुगर फ्री बिस्किट चाहिए तो डाइजेस्टिव लेगा. किसी इंसान को अगर मारी बिस्किट चाहिए जो उसका फेवरेट है तो चाय का तो वही पिएगा, पर उसको डायबिटीज हो या ना हो. कस्टमर सेगमेंटेशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. नंबर 3 इज योर UVP. What is the unique value proposition that you have for the audience to offer? And finally, number 4 is the solution. ये 3 चीजें करने के बाद सोल्यूशन पे आएंगे मेरे दोस्त. समझ में आ रहा शिवांगी? पक्का? यस और यस? मैंने नो का ऑप्शन दिया ही नहीं आपको. यस? ऑलराइट, ठीक. प्रॉब्लम, कस्टमर सेगमेंट्स, UVP, सोल्यूशन. डॉट इट एवरीबॉडी? सबको समझ में आ रहा है? पीछे भी आ रहा है? आगे? ये आगे क्यों बैठता क्यों नहीं कोई कभी भी? आगे आओ. हाँ, तुम आगे आओ. अपने दोस्त को छोड़ो भाई, आगे आओ. जल्दी आओ, मेरे पास में रहोगे तो ज़्यादा फायदे में रहोगे. ठीक है, जल्दी आओ. हाँ चलो बैठ जाओ. वेरी गुड. तो नंबर 5 क्या होगा? जयेश जी, नंबर 5 क्या होगा? जयेश जी को बोलना पता मैं आपको, क्योंकि आप मेरे से भी बड़े हैं. तो इंसान कोई भी कभी भी पढ़ाई कर सकता है. जयेश जी ने जॉब किया, जयेश जी ने काम किया, और जयेश जी अब MBA कर रहे हैं. नंबर 5 is something which is called unfair advantage. What is that unfair advantage your business or you have that cannot be bought or copied? ऐसी क्या चीज है आपके बिजनेस में जो कोई खरीद नहीं सकता या फिर कोई आसानी से कॉपी भी नहीं कर सकता? गेटिंग माय लॉजिक? शिवांगी, राहुल, स्तुति, सुमित, हृदय, प्रणय. ओके, ग्रेट, डन. चलिए, अब हो गया नंबर 6, 7, 8 और 9. आप बताइए नंबर 6 क्या होना चाहिए? क्या सॉल्व करें हम लोग? सबसे पहले हमने सॉल्व किया प्रॉब्लम, फिर हमने कस्टमर सेगमेंटेशन किया, फिर UVP पे आए, फिर सॉल्यूशन दिया, फिर अनफेयर एडवांटेज पे आए. अब क्या होना चाहिए नंबर 6? आप बताइए. नंबर 6 इज रेवेन्यू स्ट्रीम्स. कौन सी अलग अलग जगहों से आपके बिजनेस को रेवेन्यू मिलता है? B2B, B2C, D2C, ऑनलाइन, ऑफलाइन, कोलैबोरेशन, रिव्यूज, रेवेन्यूज. कहाँ से रेवेन्यू आपको मिलता है वो बताना आपको, पता होना आपको बहुत ज़रूरी है. अगर आप एक ऐप डिज़ाइन कर रहे हैं तो इन ऐप रेवेन्यू मिल रहा है आपको, ऐप डाउनलोड करने पर रेवेन्यू मिल रहा है, ऐप पेड है कि फ्री है, सब कुछ. नंबर 8 इज कॉस्ट स्ट्रक्चर. कॉस्ट स्ट्रक्चर में सारे फिक्स्ड एक्सपेंसेस और फिक्स्ड इनकम एक जगह लिख देंगे और जो वेरिएबल है उसको एक जगह पर रॉ लिख देंगे. At any given point of time, to run a startup, you should have at least 12 months of corpus of money in your bank account to cater to your expenses. Minimum 6 months, not below that. Otherwise, don't start the business. Right? So, cost structure note down करिए, उससे आपकी profitability निकलेगी, cost of the product निकलेगा, price निकलेगा और product और brand positioning भी निकलेगी. Number 9 and the last one is Rahul. Last वाला क्या है बताओ? बताओ, नहीं पता? चलो मैं तुम्हें बताता हूँ. नंबर 9 इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट. अब हमने क्या किया, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर दिया, सब कुछ कर दिया, सब कुछ डिजाइन करके हमने एक ब्यूटीफुल से स्ट्रक्चर में डाल दिया. अब हमको क्या करना है, वी हैव टू डिजाइन एंड डिवाइज द स्ट्रैटेजी एंड वी हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट वी हैव द राइट चैनल्स टू रीच आउट टू द कस्टमर. कस्टमर कहाँ बैठा है, घर पर बैठा है, ऑनलाइन मंगा रहा है, दुकान पर जाकर खरीद रहा है, दुकान पे देख के आ रहा है, घर पे खरीद रहा है, क्या कर रहा है. आइडेंटिफाई द राइट मार्केटिंग चैनल्स फॉर योर बिजनेस. दैट्स इट. नाउ इन द नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल वी विल सी द एंटायर लीन कैनवस मॉडल फॉर Uber. ऑलराइट, लेट्स टेक अ ब्रेक. You all go have some water and come back. Let's understand the lean canvas model for the brand Uber. Now what exactly did Uber do? What problem was Uber solving? Number 1, unavailability of taxis. Number 2, lack of driver profile. आपकी गाड़ी कौन चला रहा है आपको पता नहीं है. Number 3, entire segment of taxi services was unorganized. These are the problems that they were solving for the customer. What were they solving for the drivers? They were solving for the drivers. They were giving the drivers the lack of user profile was joining and lack of one more important thing, which is simply understanding where the user has to go and then they can decline or accept the ride. Got it? That is the problem that Uber was solving. Number 1. Number 2, customer segments of Uber. Customer segments of Uber were 2. 1, you and me who use Uber. Number 2, anybody who drives an Uber. So passengers and drivers. Got it? So defining customer segments and who you're solving the problem for is equally important. Number 3 is the unique value proposition. What is so unique about Uber? You all think and write it down. I'll wait for you for exactly 30 seconds. Write down what is the UVP of Uber. Alright. If you've written it, amazing. Share it with me on @tarun.speaks Instagram or teamtarunspeaks@gmail.com. Talking about the UVP of Uber is taxi on demand service 24/7, 365 with a tap of a button in your phone. Have people copied this? Yes. Was it successful? Yes. But who is it still at the top? Uber or Uber? Uber, right? Exactly our point. Uber is ruling the market. Okay. Now what was the fourth point? The fourth point was a solution. Problem, market segments, UVP. Finally, the fourth one, which is a solution. What is the solution? Solution is giving you taxi on demand, 24/7, 365 with a tap of a button. So when you're defining a solution, define it like an elevator pitch. Yes? Got it, everybody? What was it solving for the driver? It was solving for the driver the problem that they never know who their customers are. B, they should now know where the customer needs to be dropped. And C, they need drivers to have a consistent or extra income, because it completely depends on their freedom. They are free. They are entrepreneurs now. Take the gadi. How much ever they want to do it, they can do it. If they want to stop, they can stop just with a click of a button within their driver app. Yes or yes? Let's go on to the next one, which is the fifth point for today in the lean canvas model for the brand Uber. The first 4 you remember? I am sure you do. If you don't, rewind this video a little bit. The number 5 point is crucial. Why is it crucial? It's because this specific thing separates them from this specific point separates the brand Uber from every other brand. The point is unfair advantage. What is Uber's unfair advantage? Low cost rides with driver details and different options to choose from. That's it. If you compare Ola and Uber, Uber is 90% of the times more economical. Right? Okay. The next point is point number 6. Point number 6 is very crucial again. What is the revenue stream? Simple. 25% of each ride that the driver converts or does or completes. 25% of each ride. Number 7. What are the different cost structures? Fixed ones are office expenses, salaries, and app development expenses, software development expenses. Variables are plenty. So fixed and variable. Fixed, they always have at least a corpus of 6 to 12 months. A startup should have that always. Alright, let's go to the next point. What's the next point? Point number 8 for the brand Uber is key metrics. What are the key metrics for Uber? Number of rides they complete, total number of users on their app, and the income they generate. That's it. Last point in the lean canvas model for Uber is point number 9. And what is that point? That point is actually the last but the most crucial. It is channels. What are different channels for them to reach out to their customer? Social media marketing, digital marketing, PR, and a lot of offline marketing as well. All of this put together will give them leverage, more users, more rides. And with that, we complete a successful lean canvas model. We filled the entire model with you, for you. You will see it on your screens over here. Check it out and then let's see if you have any doubts. You can always write to me at tarun.makija@hotmail.com. After the lean canvas model, you have to get it vetted from industry experts or friends, mentors who can guide you on the lean canvas model, correct the corrections possible or whatever you can add or subtract in that, and then finally you have to build a prototype. This prototype is then going to go to 100, 200 photo. This prototype is then going to go to 100 to 200 people who can be your prospective audience. After you've built the prototype, it's now time to make this one beautiful thing in your life as a startup owner, which is securing funding, whether it's self-funded or from anybody else. To secure funding, I'm going to tell you only one reason, one lesson, one way to do it. How to secure funding from anybody. Make sure that they are from the same industry if possible, or if they're not from the same industry, then make sure that they believe you. If they're in the same industry, then make sure that they give their expertise, add their time and their value, just not the funds, because the funds are not enough. The person's brain and the value is more important. For the same thing, I'll be sharing with you a link of a pitch deck by none other than Mr. Ratan Tata. Try to use it as soon as you can, as much as you can. After that, you have to build a team of individuals who are going to take your startup from A to Z and even beyond. Build a team and then further build pillars. These pillars will be sales heads, marketing heads, operational heads, CMOs, CFOs, whoever you want. These people are going to take the ship forward, my friend. Don't be doing everything yourself. Keep it lean, but don't do everything yourself because that's not going to help you grow. Finally, launch your startup. It's the day of the launch. Launch your startup, get feedback from everybody possible, and then it's all about monitoring and improving, monitoring and evolving, monitoring and evolving, monitoring and improving, monitoring and evolving, monitoring and improving, monitoring and evolving. If you cannot change, you'll become Nokia. So please change. Nokia is a brilliant company, but its time is gone now, right? So that's how you can build a beautiful lean canvas model and build an entire business plan. When you're starting a business, you need something after at least 1 or 2 or 3 years, which is a pitch deck. Actually, you need the pitch deck on day 1, but this is the pitch deck of Mr. Ratan Tata himself. It's a basic pitch deck template wherein I will tell you and I will share with you everything that you need to showcase to an investor, potential client, potential partner to invest and become part of your company. The first thing is first, what is a pitch deck? A pitch deck contains of every element that you need, right from your financials, ideas, USPs, services or products, the team, solution that you're providing, A to Z. For the customer, no. For the potential investor, potential entrepreneur that can be your partner, or anybody who wants to know about your business. Let's go through the entire pitch deck flow. What is the pitch deck flow? The first things first, it starts with the problem that you're solving. What is the problem you're solving? Is it somebody's issue of not being able to walk? Is it somebody's issue of not being able to speak, hear, or regrowth of hair? What is the problem you're solving? Specify it in as simple words as possible. Consider your audience as layman as possible. Because when you do that, it is going to reflect on them very, very, very easily. They will understand each word of your presentation very easily. When you do this, you will be able to explain a problem like you're explaining a 4-year-old. Or simply use the mom test. If your mom can understand it, anybody will be able to understand it. The second thing is the solution. Simple. This is the problem you're solving. How? By this solution. What is the solution to the problem needs to be specified in as much depth as possible. Don't expand on this as much as the user gets bored who's listening to you, because the investor doesn't have a lot of time. Remember that. The time is money. The time is very important. The time is very precious. Give the solution to them in just like an elevator pitch. For example, we help humans upskill and make money by doing what they love. That's what we do at Tarun Speaks. Right? Okay. The third thing is the USP. What differentiates you from the competition? Full stop. आपने अगर ये define कर दिया और उन्हें ये impressive लगा और आपका solution अगर वर्दी है तो investment यहीं पर पक्की हो जाएगी. But if your USP is not good enough, your investment is going to go down the drain, because if you're not selling something unique, might as well not exist in the market. There are plenty of digital marketing companies doing the exact same thing. How do you find a USP? By thinking of a problem that nobody else is solving, but you are. Point number 4 is competition and your barrier to entry. What is the competition doing? How are you different from them? And what separates you from them? What is your barrier to entry in this segment or in this market? The third point is, what category of competition do you belong to? Is it the premium category, luxury category, normal category? What category you are in? And one of the most important things in the competitions and the barrier to entry is how easy it is to replicate your product by a competitor. If it's easy, please innovate. Revenue model. How do you make money? Define that in one simple line. We make money by charging 25% commission to the cab drivers. Uber. Got it? Okay. Apart from this, the most important factor that you have to explain to the company is your 3 to 5 years projections. That is going to define what exactly will you do with the money that you gain from the company. I am investing money, but if you don't know what you will do, I rather not invest in it in your startup. Right? And how do you make money? Is it a subscription model? Is it a product model? Is it a direct selling model? Is it a B2B model? Define that as well. Apart from all of these factors, you need to define one very crucial thing. What is your top cash burn reason? What will you do with the money? Right? Okay. The next point is the target market. Define your market size. What percentage of this market are you targeting to acquire, and in how many years is what you need to define in this. Define to them your actual ideal buyer persona, actual ideal customer, actual target audience. If you cannot define the slide very properly, it might just not fetch you the money. Because if you don't know your target audience, they will not be able to trust you. As simple as that. Next point is describing your product or your service. Explain it to it like you explain it to a 4-year-old. Anybody who reads this slide should be able to understand what your company does, what is the product about, how is it beneficial to me, or how is it beneficial to the customer, or your service for that matter. This is the crux of what your problem's solution is. Milestones. What have you achieved so far? Any patents? Any awards? Team size? Business revenue? Share all the milestones, because they are going to build their trust furthermore, because people only trust you before they invest money on you, or they actually bet on you. What are the fundings so far? Is it from your family? Is it from your friend? Is it from a funding platform? Is it from a person? Specify every funding that you've gotten so far. Specify the equity you have shared with them. Specify what did you do with this money. That is going to tell them how much they should. That is going to tell them how much should they trust you. अगर trust नहीं है तो पैसा नहीं मिलेगा भाई. Simple बात है. ठीक है? Okay. The team, the pillar, or the pillars. Introduce the team. Where are they studied? What have they done before? Why are they working in the role that they are working? Right or right? Right. So when you explain the team, explain the founder's background, the team's background, the core team's background, and why are these people still with you if they're there with you since more than a year, 2, 3, or 4, or 5. That means that you're giving them a reason to stick around. That is growth in financial plus your company. That brings us to the end of the Ratan Tata pitch deck. But some pointers that you should keep in mind. A, you are half the pitch. The way you present, the way you talk is everything about a pitch. B, always reach before time. Don't make the other person wait for you because their time is money. Number 3, validate every slide of yours with data because numbers don't lie, people do. Remember, it is not a great idea because you thought so. It is a great idea because your audience is saying so. Validate this point on every slide of your presentation. Don't be afraid to drop the entire idea if you feel it's not working. Don't be very emotional, be practical. Getting funded doesn't mean success. Doing something useful with that money means success in most cases. And lastly, pitch it not like a TV reporter, pitch it from all your heart. If you see in the Shark Tank pitch, they're very crazy, very innovative. Be as innovative as you can. And this Ratan Tata pitch deck is not everything. You are. Don't make this deck too long. Don't make your pitch deck very boring. Do not fall into the trap of the other person's questions. They'll always question you like your school viva, exam viva. You be firm on what you believe in. And trust me, my friend, if you really believe in what you're doing and if you're really solving a problem, you might just get funded how much ever you ask for. And if you don't know something about this entire presentation, Google about the terms and you will know. Best of luck. As long as you have that fire in your heart, you will find a way. A beautiful saying by Mr. Ratan Tata. After learning about the Ratan Tata's pitch deck and after learning about how to kickstart a startup, now's the time to understand and work on you. Who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is somebody who doesn't know when to sleep, when to wake up, when to do what not. No! An entrepreneur knows everything step by step. They are process oriented. Their time is the most important asset. An entrepreneur is somebody who learns or knows how to take a risk no matter what is happening in life. They will give away or sacrifice everything to make that one idea work because उनके अंदर एक कीड़ा होता है. कीड़ा किस चीज़ का होता है? किसी चीज़ को बढ़ाने का और इतना बड़ा बनाने का कि आप सबके लिए उसमें मदद हो जाए. So if you are that person, only then choose to become an entrepreneur. Right now, I'll be discussing with you a few characteristics of an entrepreneur. The first characteristic of an entrepreneur is unending passion. इसी बात पे मुझे कुछ पढ़ना है आप सबके लिए, which was written by Henry Ford. Enthusiasm is the sparkle in your eyes, the swing in your gait, the grip of your hand, and the irresistible surge of will and energy to execute your ideas. ये मैं नहीं, Henry Ford बोल रहे हैं. Henry Ford, the person who started Ford, and you know where Ford has reached today, right, in the world. Maybe in India it's not the best right now, but across the world, let's see what it is doing. It is doing big numbers. So how can you actually find your passion? Let's do an activity together right now. Take a piece of paper, take a pen, write down everything that you are good at. Wait for 5 minutes. Circle down everything that you are better at. Look at the things that you've look at the things that you've single circled. Now double circle the things that you want to become the best at or you are the best at. That is how you might find an idea, a niche, or your passion. Second, the ability to stay motivated 24/7, 365. Because Winston Churchill once said, success is the ability of walking from failure to failure and not losing enthusiasm. आप गिरेंगे फिर उठेंगे, गिरेंगे फिर उठेंगे, गिरेंगे फिर उठेंगे, ये तो लहर है. Entrepreneurship is a wave, it's a beautiful wave. It is on you, the way you look at it. The wave can drown you also if you want to be drowned. The wave can lift you up and throw you across the shore also. You decide. Number 3 and the most important point is the willingness to take and tolerate risks. एक entrepreneurship की definition अगर आप book में देखेंगे तो वो बोलते हैं कि एक entrepreneur वो इंसान होता है जिसको risk taking ability होती है. अगर आप में ability नहीं है तो please ये वीडियो देखिए, enjoy कीजिए, share कीजिए किसी के साथ और entrepreneurship मत try करिए. आप अच्छी सी job ले लीजिए, कोई हर्ज नहीं है. Job भी बढ़िया है, entrepreneurship भी बढ़िया है. ठीक है? So Helen Keller says a beautiful thing over here. I'll read it out for you. Security is mostly superstition. It does not exist in nature, nor do the children of men as a whole experience it. Avoiding danger is no safer in the long run than outright exposure. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing. You're an entrepreneur, my friend. आपने adventure already ले लिया है. You are already on the adventure. आप निकल चुके हैं. रुकिए मत. चलते रहिए. लोगों को ये बोलने दीजिए कि आप ये नहीं कर सकते, आप वो नहीं कर सकते, आप ये नहीं कर सकते. बट इसी बात पे मैं आपको कुछ बताना चाहता हूँ जो मैंने खुद से लिखा है. कर इतनी मेहनत तू कि दुनिया भी बोले यार इसे आगे बढ़ने से कोई नहीं रोक सकता. मेहनत का कोई सब्स्टिट्यूट होता नहीं है. तो अगर आप में रिस्क टेकिंग एबिलिटी है और आप उस रिस्क के साथ मेहनत भी कर सकते हैं, कॉन्फिडेंस आपके अंदर है, पैशन आपके अंदर है, तो भाई आप 25 घंटे के आप 90 दिन तक खड़े होकर पढ़ा सकते हैं किसी को भी. ठीक है, आपके पाँव दुख रहे होंगे और आप पढ़ाएंगे जरूर. क्यों? पैशन है आपका, फर्क नहीं पड़ता. विराट कोहली से कभी पूछा आपने बैटिंग क्यों करता है रोज? पूछा कभी आपने? पूछना एक बार उससे. He goes to bat like he is going to bat for the first time ever again, and it's the proudest moment for him each time he goes to bat because he's batting for this country. So you're batting for your country, not out, if you're an entrepreneur, because you're contributing to the company's economics, the GDP, and the money for the company, for the country. Sorry. So do not give up, but you should know when to give up. If it's not fitting and paying the bills, change it, tweak it, innovate. Number 4, being able to lead people. यहाँ पर आधी दुनिया फेल हो जाती है भाई साहब. Nobody knows how to lead people. No. A lot of people know how to lead people, but some of them don't know how to lead people because they can't manage themselves. How will they lead somebody else? First, learn to manage yourself, then lead somebody else. And this is where I will tell you something which was written by John C. Maxwell. He says, a leader is one who knows the way, and he goes the way and shows the way. You don't have to be a boss, be a leader. You're an entrepreneur, not a boss. Number 5, the openness to change is the only thing entrepreneurs have to achieve. If they can't achieve this, then what's the point? Because somebody said this once, which is, some people don't like change, but you need to change and embrace change if the alternative is a disaster, said by Elon Musk. He's changed his plans multiple times, but he's already been very successful and come across as a successful person himself. Openness to change, because the change is the only constant in life. Number 6, desire to compete and win. अगर आपको चाहिए कि भाई ठीक है कर लेंगे, हो जाएगा, oh this that whatever, you'll not be successful. You have to be having a desire to compete and win. I'm not asking you to go and pull down other people. No, have the desire to become the best. Then wherever you reach is your hard work. So winners never quit. And quitters never win, my friend. So don't quit, and you will each time try and win. You as an entrepreneur have to become the best at managing your finances. An entrepreneur is a very good financial manager. Point number 7 is managing your finances and understanding everything about your finance. Somebody once said, rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. Warren Buffett. You know who he is, right? I don't think he needs an introduction. Right? Alright. Point number 8. You should know what's happening around you, technologically, in the world, in your country. That is going to take you forward. How? I'll tell you. You don't and you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in the future. Said by the legendary Steve Jobs. You should know what the world wants. He solved a problem for the world. Facebook is solving the problem for the world of staying connected. 3.4 billion people are on Facebook out of 8.4. Can you imagine? It's unbelievable, unreal. Point number 9. Determination and better decision making. Half of the entrepreneurs are very bad decision makers. If you're not taking a decision fast or efficiently or in a proper way, you might lose on millions and billions. Yeah. You might just lose out on billions and billions. So, in every success story, you will find someone who has made a courageous decision. Not doing a job and becoming an entrepreneur is a courageous decision. Leaving a fixed salary and doing an entrepreneurship is a courageous decision, my friend. Can you do it? Can you take that risk? If not, try. I want you to become an entrepreneur and try. If you fail, fail fast. Learn fast. Move forward. How to become better at decision making? Identify a problem. Think if you can solve the problem. If you can't, find a person who can solve the problem. Take guidance. Take options. Choose the best case scenario. Solve the problem. If this doesn't work, go back to step number 1. Find another expert. Solve the problem. As simple as that. Have you ever wondered why Mark Zuckerberg wears the same t-shirt? He doesn't want to waste time in decision making. Half the world wastes at least 10-15 minutes taking out, oh, I'll wear this shirt, okay, that shirt, okay, that shirt. You should value your time. Your time is money. 1 minute of your value, the value of your 1 minute should be known to you. Then you will not wear, or you will not waste time in wearing different shirts or even choosing different shirts. And the last important characteristic you have to have as an entrepreneur is never ever keep your family as a second priority. Your business and your family have to be equal priority, my friend. Not above, not below. Now it's time for a story. What story? Story of Tarun Makhija. How did he start his startup? Did I have a business plan? Absolutely not. Did I have a plan? Absolutely not. Did I want to become an entrepreneur? Absolutely yes. Where am I from? Indore. I get a call. Hi, hello, how are you doing? In 2015 November. I said, I'm great. How are you doing? Would you like to become a partner at a company called Big Mouth? It's a digital marketing company. I said, I don't know. I took 6 months of research, market research. What problem will we be solving? And the solution. I took 6 months to say yes to my partner. Then I came to Mumbai and have been in Mumbai since 8 years. Rest is history. The only thing that we didn't do right was pick up a niche from the start. If you're solving a problem for somebody, pick up a niche. Like everybody's solving the problem of water. If you can become Evocus or if you can become Evian of water, why not? If you can become a water bottle company, which is the one Shah Rukh Khan uses, 40,000 rupees, why not? You decide the 4 P's of your startup, right? You decide the 4 P's. You decide the USPs. You decide everything because everything depends on you plus people who are with you to move forward. Right or wrong? Absolutely right. So please find a niche when you start. Second, keep it lean. Third, try to reduce as much expenditure as possible, but don't hesitate in hiring experts. They'll take your company forward much faster. 3 more tips for you if you're starting up for the first time. Keep it very lean. Become a solopreneur first, then get more people. B, networking is everything for you. So 6 ways to network for you is a podcast I've recorded on Be Limitless with Tarun Makhija. I'm going to share that link with you as well. And number 3, never ever give up, but give up or let it go when it is not adding to your pocket. Because learning and earning both are important. If earnings are not happening, don't become emotional fools. Become practical and move forward in life. So yeah, we will give you the links of Mr. Ratan Tata's pitch deck, Be Limitless with Tarun Makhija's podcast on networking, and Lean Canvas Model Uber case study. With that, we come to the end of the first beautiful YouTube that we recorded today for you all. I hope you enjoy it. Please share your feedback on tarun.makhija@hotmail.com, and don't forget to smile and spread a smile. That's my time, guys. Thank you so much. This is Tarun Makhija signing off for today. Bye-bye.